Welcome to Yourticulture, guys. My name is George.
I'm Laura.
And this is our homestead. This is our little slice of heaven. We've been talking about how we wanted to do our intro videos, and the best way to do that is just to kind of tell you about our story and how we got here. A few short years ago, not even 2 years ago, as a matter of fact, we were in Florida, close to the beaches, a couple blocks away from the Intercoastal, and we thought we were where we were going to be pretty much forever. And as we started to wake up to certain things, we decided that we needed to kind of come out and be a little bit more self-reliant, more self-sustaining. And as we take you through this Yourticulture story, you're going to get to see us build our homestead from the ground up. So obviously we have already started to develop the land a little bit, but it really is our story of freedom. The aquaponics and everything.
And what comes with freedom, you have to learn. You have to be resourceful and strive each day to become a better version of yourself. As cliched as that may sound, it's true. Especially if you live in a super remote location. Now, we're on a wooded lot miles away from town. You have to know what you can use that you already have to not only sustain, but to thrive. And then continue to build on that. I feel like it's all foundational footprints, right? Like each thing you learned, you strengthen your muscle memory for it, and then execution, doing it over and over and over again, you become more advanced. So this channel, I would say, is unique in the sense that we're not just going to be focused on one subject matter. We're going to take you through everything. We're going to take you through our failures. We're going to take you through our successes and add insights and knowledge that we seek out throughout this journey with you all, and hope that you might be able to glean some helpful tips or
And we're also hoping that it will expose us to the ability to learn from you guys as well, because at the end of the day, this homestead, or any homestead, is really just the collection of the success, and the success is built on your skills and your knowledge. And that's what we really want to explore on this homestead. So again, we've already started the aquaponics. We've gotten into the poultry. We haven't bought eggs in 2 years.
If you guys need any, we have some for you.
We've done, actually, Laura, basically we have roles here. I build, and then she will come in and do stuff. So like we have 1,000 square foot enclosed Back to Eden garden where we're doing regenerative soil over there. And eventually what we want to do with the chickens is start doing different corralled pastures throughout our property where chickens, goats, and cows will, progress through and cycle through those different pastures, and we can start to regenerate all the land around here. So it's going to really be a really cool adventure, and we're not looking to just tell our story. Again, we want to learn from other people as well. This really is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
As you can hear, it's a lifestyle. This isn't something you get to turn on and off. And honestly, one of the biggest motivators for us when we came here was our children. And after the last 2 years, what kids have been put through, it has been such a blessing to have gotten our kids out of that before it started, have them involved with every aspect of everything that's happened on this homestead, and give them an education that they're not going to get in school. They're learning how to develop skills early, how to complete a task from start to finish. And, even though they're young and those tasks are small, it's been a huge growth for them as well. And it's been awesome for us. It's been rewarding for us. Anytime we feel like we didn't make the right decision or something like that, we get a message or a phone call, or, just a couple days ago, I had a friend, lifelong friend, call and say, she was proud of what we were doing and how we were doing this for our kids. And at the end of the day, I think that will probably be the best fruit from this experience.
100%. It'll be a lasting impression on them. They will learn skills that they can use and teach their kids for generations to come. Things that maybe have been lost in time, and we're just digging them up. We're trying to find every hidden gem we can find. We believe that we are designed. We have been created by our Creator, and that is true with the animals, the plants, every living thing around us. And if we can identify ways to not only be resourceful in using them, but also to better, grow this homestead, to be a productive homestead, one that feeds us, one that nurtures us, one that we can nurture back. There's a lot of fulfillment in that, and I think it's a good driver. So let's talk about what we've done so far. We've been here for 2 years. This home is on great bones, but it had been neglected for a while. We saw it one time, and then we put an offer on it. So it was a really risky move, but we just, like
we
George
enjoy
said,
calculated risk.
Yeah, apparently, just the unknown is something that's very attractive to us. So we thought it would take about a year or so to renovate our home, get it in a right state of making it feel like ours. But then COVID, of course, hit like a month or two after we moved here.
Immediately switched from home renovation into developing our infrastructure and stuff here. So the first thing was jumping into the sawmill with an Alaskan sawmill, quickly figuring out that, like, if we wanted to do any type of substantial infrastructure, that we were going to need a portable band sawmill. So that thing's been awesome. We have since gotten the greenhouse behind us finished, which is all sourced, every single board piece of wood in that thing, with the exception of the original structure that we basically deconstructed, has been milled from trees that were harvested from our own property. So, not only are we building with our own wood, we're building with wood that's hardwood. It's going to last. Like Laura was talking about, the legacy for our kids and grandkids. They're going to be hopefully planting in this aquaponics system that's behind us. And then next was the poultry. We got the coop and the Back to Eden garden done, and that thing has been unbelievable. As someone who has grown up on and around farms, seeing the success of the Back to Eden or regenerative soil method, astonishing, mind-blowing. That would be my first tip. It has borne more fruit for us than the aquaponics system has. Now, we've also struggled with the aquaponics system, which we'll get into in future videos.
Lesson learned.
What else? So house is done, aquaponics is done, coop is done.
Yep.
We've started to clear land. What else? Chicken coop, the poultry palace is down there. You can check our older videos to see what's up with that. If you've never seen rainbow poplar, that's a cool video. Yeah.
At this point, we've kind of gotten our feet under us. There's been several trials and tribulations that we've had to overcome, but at this point, we finally feel a little stable. Our house is basically complete, so now it's focused on
outside.
Growth. It's focused on infrastructure, expansion, again, the knowledge aspect. One of my big goals for the 2022 year is building out a homegrown apothecary sourced from all the herbs and plants that we grow here, and understanding what everything that we have can do for us, not just from a food perspective. I would say that was the most important thing for us, and that's why
good food.
Yeah, we felt immediate need to change, is because we started not only seeing shortages in grocery stores, but we started learning more about what is done post-harvest to crops before they even make it to a grocery store. And during growth. So much that if you start seeking that information, your eyes, the lens, right, to which you perceive going to the grocery store and picking up, fruit or vegetables is completely different. Plus, once you start growing your own food, you can taste a difference. You can taste a difference in farm eggs compared to eggs that you buy in the store. It's wild.
You can feel the difference.
Yeah.
You can feel your energy levels get better. All your systems start working better.
Yeah.
You get less sleep and still feel energized. Now that I'm off of the kitchen renovation and on a normal sleep schedule, it's unbelievable how, now that we're eating right again, now that the kitchen's, we're cooking.
Yeah. It's so fulfilling. Nice. It's so fulfilling at the end of the day. It's not easy. I don't want to paint this illusion that this is an easy lifestyle. It's not. But anything worth anything in this life,
that's why it's so
not
rewarding.
Easy.
Because it is hard.
Exactly. We encourage you guys to come back with us. Our goal is, to push out some new projects.
First, I got to catch up on the kitchen one. I'm a little late on the kitchen project, but it's coming.
we're a little behind. We have other things too. Like, this is a passion for us. This is something we're doing to, again, establish a community of people who are like-minded in this lifestyle, building that as a brand that people can represent. That's why Yourticulture is its name. I mean, if you look at the Y in our logo, it's a tree and it's rooted. And why, I believe, is the biggest question everybody asks themselves. Why this? Why that? Why that? Why am I here? Things like that. So
yeah, and you know what? That sums it up perfectly. Is like, we got tired of the full-on career-blown rat race. Like, when you ask somebody, tell me about yourself, the first thing they say is, oh, well, I do this. And that's literally how people define themselves, is by what they do. Like, that's not who you are. It's simply what you do. That's the skill that you have learned, you know, to exploit in order to provide for yourself. And there are so many other skills out there that will do the same for you if you learn about it and develop them. And so, like, again, a man is not what he does. He's the collection of his skills and his knowledge. And we just want to, you know, we want to cultivate that as well as the land while we do this. So hopefully we're going to help you. You guys can help us. Future videos, she talked about the apothecary. For the things that I'm going to be getting into soon, is we're going to be retrofitting our aquaponics system. We're changing it from a split flow system to a full flow system, which means that the entire thing will be going through the biofilter rather than part of it going into a sump tank or a deep water culture. So that's the first thing. And that'll give me the opportunity to talk about the full design of the system, how we did it, how we're running that entire greenhouse off of a single pump. And then after that, we've got solar kiln is coming up for the wood. So we need a way to properly dry wood if we're going to do premium lumber and furniture grade stuff. Like, that's something that has to happen. We're also going to be doing a barn for the sawmill. So we'll be doing a little bit of timber framing stuff. And I'm obviously, once that solar kiln is done, I'm going to be tearing into some really cool logs. So we'll get into, maybe some black walnut or some white oak, or try and dig up a really cool rainbow poplar so you can see some blues and purples again in a full video. But it's going to be an awesome journey, and we welcome you guys to ride with us.
Yeah, absolutely. So stay tuned.
Subscribe. Click the little bell, dude. And, just keep posted.
See you in the next one.
Yeah, man.
Bye.